have the one and only show that you're going to find where two bros go at it, talk sports, not only that, but talk life. And we got a show for you today. Whew! Man, we got MLB trade deadline. We have NBA draft. We have the Olympics. We got USA basketball. They can't beat the frog legs of France. What the hell is going on in the world? Not only that, man, we have Giants, Dodgers, Padres, best division in baseball right here. Mariners are on the A's arse, and we will get to that here really quick. But I'd like to bring in my bro, the man, the slickster. Look at him in there, man. Looking good. MisippBRO. What's happening?
Do I wink better on this side or this side, or neither side?
I would go the first one. First one looks better. Yes. More natural. Always natural.
How we doing, Chooch? Happy Monday, everybody. July 26th, coming to you live at your lunch hour. It's definitely my lunch hour. It's the only time you get these things in. But happy to be here. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Hope you were safe. Hope you found some sun. Chooch, where in the world are you now? You explored the whole coast.
Yeah, I have been traipsing, good word, traipsing up and down the freaking coast with my lovely Mariella, who is back on a plane, safely landed back in Chile. And so Chooch is solo again, dude. And so here we are. I made a week-long roots in San Rafael, dude. You might have heard this place up in North Bay. It's a cool area, man. Chilling and enjoying it. I can pop into town, which is the city. And anyways, man, it's good times, man. And yeah, San Rafael's cool, man. Got myself a spot up here in the hills and loving life, dude. Always waiting for Mondays at noon, dude. I look forward to Mondays now. I wonder why that is. I don't know.
Hey, you were chiming in late last night, and late last night means about anything after 9 p.m. for Chooch.
Come on, dude.
Hit me with ideas for today's show. You were ready.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, when the mind gets going, I've learned one thing, man. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. So, yeah,
especially if you're a Misippo, dude. Do it now. That creative genius sometimes can flutter right out the window.
No kidding, man. You got to write that stuff down or freaking act on it right now. All right, dude. So cool. Hey, man. This is where I'm at right now, man. And
what do we lead with? We got a lot. I mean, I was going to say,
got all kinds of stuff, man.
You went to the mountains, you grew a beard.
Yes.
I'm sure one day you're going to have Chooch's top 5 hikes on the West Coast. But we got a lot of people who's, active lifestyles, and we like to support, getting outdoors. Any great hikes you hit up, whether it was in Tahoe or Oregon or Washington, anything just pop out?
Right now, Tahoe's hurting right now because they're smoked out, man, with these freaking fires, man. I've been reading about that up there. But when I was up there, man, oh, dude, you got to go, obviously, man, Emerald Bay. But there's a trail up near Emerald Bay where you can look down on it. Oh, bro, it's ridiculous, man. And then Mount Pisgah, I'm going to say that right. Not Pisgah, which I thought it was, but Mount Pisgah up in Oregon, dude. Near Eugene, dude. I happened upon it. I got this All Trails app, dude, on here, man. Bro, it's killer, dude. It's wherever you're at, man. I'll show you the best trails, and you knock it out, dude. So those two come to mind real quick, man. But good stuff, man, out here in Marin County, man.
Back in the day, you needed maybe the sun, maybe a compass, maybe some breadcrumbs to get around, new trails and get back there.
Yes.
Little GPS support, little trail knowledge. Will this connect to that? Will it loop back? How difficult is the journey? Can my 72-year-old mother join me on this hike, etc.? It's a great app. Glad to see you got it.
And dude, I never worked with that breadcrumbs thing. There's a certain thing I kind of miss. Sometimes I like it when I don't have GPS because there's a chance you could get lost. And there's something about that in life, dude, where you have to make decisions that kind of makes you feel just a little bit more alive. You know what I mean?
It's definitely nice to get lost every once in a while, so long as you come back. Don't stay lost, people. Just get lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for finding your way back to us on a Monday. Chooch, you got some topics lined up. We got baseball, we got NL West, AL West, we got trading deadline talk. I want to talk to you about the face of baseball because
Yes.
it's becoming more and more apparent. We'll get to that. We'll get to the individuals a little bit after the team talk. But you highlighted the Mariners. They're an interesting team to me.
I definitely did because, the Mariners just snuck up on everyone. And me, I knew they were doing all right. They're hanging in there. And then A's go up there, man, lose 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4, I think it was. And all one-run games, by the way. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. So all I'm saying is that, dude, we got some races, and this is only going to make the trade deadline that much more interesting. And you got the GMs right now, dude. They're getting no sleep. They are answering phones at 3 a.m, dude. They're answering everything, calling people back, trying to make some trades, dude. You're going to see a lot of action. I'm pumped, dude, because both Bay Area teams are right in it. I mean, the Giants have the best record in baseball. What do they need going forward, dude? Do they need more pitching? Is Gosman tired? Do they need a closer? I think maybe so. McGee and Rogers seem like 7 and 8 guys to me. With a big closer would be much better for them. But they can get by, dude. They have been getting by. Having the best record is always good. The A's, man, I tell you, dude, they need a veteran presence so bad. So bad. You listen to their post-game interviews, and this is what I do. I watch the highlights every once in a while. Go on MLB.com, watch the highlights. But, dude, listen to the post-game interviews and listen to their body language and how they speak. Matt Olson did it yesterday. Chapman did it before. Weak mind, dude. And I'll go on record and say that, dude. It does not look well. We've been second half guys before. All we need is a spark and this and that. Who's going to be that spark? Who's the leader of the A's right now, Mark?
Focus. The leader of the A's used to be a silent one at the top of the order, a steady presence. He wasn't your vocal leader, but he was the local kid, Marcus Semien, consistent improvements throughout his career, leading to a third-place MVP run in the voting 2019. He had an injury-riddled COVID 2020 season, just knocked his value down a little bit, but he's been reminding people, starting second baseman in the All-Star game, by the way, he's been reminding people this year how badly he's missed for the A's. He was that steadying presence. And again, sometimes you have the silent leaders that lead by example. Matt Chapman struggles to do one or the other. His examples at the plate, nothing you want to follow. His examples at the podium, like you said, Chooch, a little on the weak side, because while Semien was their silent, steady leader, they lost their fiery one, if you ask me. And yes, he's a closer. He only came in to impact the end of games. But Liam Hendricks was the guy who would shove it down your throat, fist pump when the game was over.
Yes.
And let's just say it was painfully clear but we could have used some Liam Hendricks over the weekend with the 1-run losses for the A's. Lou Trevino, thanks for the wild pitch, and thank you for the wild quote after the game. I feel like they didn't beat me. I feel like I threw it away. Well,
this is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about with the A's mentality, dude. It's weak. It's weak, dude. And they need a veteran presence. If they don't get a veteran presence, guess what? I don't think they make the playoffs. I really don't.
Let's do this.
Gonna walk away with that division.
The A's are unfortunately at a spot now where it's like, are they buyers or are they sellers? It's very scary to even ask that question because just 2 weeks ago, right before the All-Star break, you'd say they're probably buyers. But they've only won one of their last 6 series. So here they are teetering on that edge. And you're right, the Mariners certainly snuck up on them a bit. They're only a game and a half behind in the standings. Yeah. Now here's something dramatically different about where the A's and Mariners are at. Well, the Mariners have a home, a permanent one. Let's just say that for now.
Hey, man, let's keep off that topic today, man.
Speaking trade deadline, speaking prospects, the Mariners have a pretty impressive haul of prospects right now. Last looked at the top prospects by Baseball America. The Mariners are sitting on 4 top 15 prospects right now, including the kid Jared Kelenic, and some more reinforcements on the way. I'm trying to pull up all of the players that I have in the top 15.
Fine. Julio Rodriguez is he's going to be a stud.
Julio Rodriguez, good call. Yeah. But basically what I'm trying to say is Mariners are sitting on a gold mine of prospects, if you will, in terms of trade value, in terms of they're coming up and making an impact in the future. Where the A's, can you name the A's #1 prospect?
No.
I'm excited for him, but he won't be here for a couple more years because he was last year's first-round pick.
Soderstrom?
Yeah. Expect big things from him in the future. But help coming in 2023 at the soonest, probably. And then listed as the number 2 prospect for the A's. Oh, this one hurts me. I've been following this guy for a long time. Facts are facts. He's 26 years old, and I think his arm's fallen off more than once. AJ Puck is the A's number 2 prospect.
Yeah, enigma. So the A's are hurting, dude, and their draft picks the last couple of years have not panned out. They wasted one on Kyler Murray, a wild card. That hurt. That's a first-round pick gone. So, I mean,
number 10 overall, too.
For them. So, hey, let's just say this, man. Seattle senses weakness. They're going to go for it. They got a GM up there, DePoto, man, who will trade anybody. They'll trade, dude. He'll trade his mom, dude, if he can get good value back. So, that's you're going to see some fireworks there. And it's interesting. You go across the bay over to NL West, dude. Whoa. Padres threw the first frickin' gauntlet down, dude. They said, okay, man, we're going to start this off. We're going to pick up an all-star second baseman, man, who has bat-to-ball skills, one of my favorites, dude. Yeah. And so, anyways, Adam Frazier, dude, goes to the Padres. You're going to see a lot of movement, dude. Dodgers, Giants, Padres. It's going to be fantastic. And where's that in the notes, dude? It's not in there? Okay.
Pittsburgh Pirates fans looking at today's program wondering who the hell is in the lineup. That was the one guy they had. Yeah, I'm not sure they got much for him. He's probably one of those walk-away contract type of players, Adam Frazier. Solid player. I think he started in the NL All-Star game. Is he under club control for another couple years?
Yeah, he's got another year. He's got arbitration. Pittsburgh, I did my digging, man, and I know one of the kids they got was from the Dominican, and he's a hard thrower in single A. And so that's probably who they were after, man. But, hey, they're the Pirates, and they're going to unload people. But, dude, hey, trade deadline, we got the NL West, we got the AL West. What are the Yankees going to do?
On the note of the Padres, I'm always blown away. They've added a lot of pieces over the last couple of years, whether it's Blake Snell, Yu Darvish, Manny Machado, right? The list goes on. Let me just say, they're rumored to be looking to pursue Jose Barrios as well from the Minnesota Twins. This team, I like to say the Dodgers have unlimited resources and a nice farm system. The Padres have unlimited resources in the form of afford anyone out there, and they have been for years now. The Padres, while third in the NL West standings, if they continue to add, you might see a shift in those standings. We'll see. It's always fun to remember old prospect trades as well, because who can forget that Fernando Tatis showed up as a Padre for, the small price of James Shields. Thank you very much, Chicago.
The worst nickname in sports.
Big Game James. You love it.
One game he threw early in his career, and he became Big Game James. And look at his stats, and he ain't no Big Game James, brother.
And I look back to the Mariners prospects, Jared Kelenic, a product of the Robinson Cano dump trade. Thank you very much, New York Mets. The New York Mets certainly.
And Edwin Diaz.
Edwin Diaz, that's right.
That might have been when things shifted for the Mariners, dude. When they got Brody Van, I suck as a GM. When they got him to take 2 toxic contracts, dude, from them and give them back their number 1 prospect, that's the heist of the year, dude.
Let's just remind our listeners here, while the Mariners seem to be trending up, while their day may finally be coming in the sun, this is the team that has the longest playoff drought in baseball. Longer than the Pirates, longer than the Orioles. The last time the Mariners were in the playoffs, people, 2001, maybe remember the year. The Mariners won 116 games. Ichiro Suzuki was the Rookie of the Year. Guess who wasn't on the roster yet? Felix Hernandez. Long live the King. They wasted his entire career. King Felix, over all of his greatness, never sniffed the playoffs one time. Thank you, Seattle.
Man, I know that's hard because there's not a lot. I mean, still with expanding playoffs, there's still not a lot of people that make the playoffs. So I get that. I understand people talk about Trout, wasting Hernandez. You're talking about Ernie Banks, dude, never won a World Series, dude. One of the best players of all time, dude. Okay, you can go through all kinds of players that have played that never won a World Series, dude. So, okay, man, but you got it. It's a team game, man. Yeah, you could be a stud and waste this and that. But I like what the Mariners are doing. We'll see if it pans out, man. Well, I still think that Astros run away with that division.
The Mariners, not too long ago, 20 years ago, late 90s, early 2000s, had names like Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, Ichiro Suzuki, Jay Buhner, Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson, and they haven't made the playoffs since then. I mean, what a what a arc followed by what a valley, you know. So
hey, my boy Jay up in the Pacific Northwest, huge Mariners fan. He can attest to that. I
yes,
guarantee.
of course. And Chooch, you started to touch on the Yankees and some trade rumors, but I can't let the Yankees off the hook. This show can't go on without this. Did you see them blow the game last night?
Yes, dude, I did.
Now, if all my numbers are correct, and thank you, Shea Kerrigan, our local Viking, for the box score reminder. Yankees were cruising their way through 7 innings, and Domingo Germán, the starting pitcher, had yet to give up a hit, aka no hitter alert.
Yes.
And they had a 4-0 lead. And then they bring in a reliever by the name of, I want to say, Evan Laswiga. I think that's the name.
Jonathan
Laswiga. Well, thank you very much, Jonathan. He came in, gave up 4 hits, gave up all 4 runs to allow the tie. And Yankees go on to lose in regulation, if you will, in 9 innings, 5-4. Boston, they have all the mojo right now in the NL East. If you ask me.
The point about this game, dude, is gonna bug my buddy Ed, but dude, me and him went back on it on text, dude. This is the situation. Yankees up 1, bottom 8, man on second and third, nobody out. Okay, where do you play the infield?
Who's batting?
You're up 1, second and third, nobody out.
You gotta go for outs.
You gotta go.
Is it 4-0 at the time?
Dude, okay. What I'm saying is this, dude. That's the tying run at third. Why you play the infield back? And that's what the Yankees did. Ground ball to short. Nice little ground ball. Would have held the guy at third, but no. The guy scores. They throw him out at first. The next guy scores on a single. Ball game. Red Sox win 5-4. Epic comeback. And it's all over the New York Post, dude. It says no with a question mark, and then no, dude. And I love the Post, dude, for that, dude. I love their headlines, and I love them giving it to the Yanks. But you know, we don't talk about what the Yanks need and everything. They need a shortstop. Period. They need bullpen. Which, when you have all this Trapman, you think, oh, I'm good. Not this year. And so they got some work to do, man. But let's not take up too much time on the Yanks, dude. I like to see them fillet one a little bit. Them and the Red Sox being good together, and Tampa Bay picks up Nelson Cruz, dude. Dude, that's a big pickup, man.
That's a big pickup.
Straight out, Tampa Bay knows what they're doing, man. That's going to be a nice dogfight to the end.
Fun fact about Nelson Cruz and his boomstick. The guy has aged like a fine wine. He has hit more home runs in his now illustrious career, if you ask me. He's hit more home runs after the age of 35 than he did before 35, and that number is 250. Whatever. Give it to me.
Twice busted.
Give me the juice.
So, anyways, dude, he's unbelievable, and he's a good teammate, but he likes his juice, and he's always one step ahead of the regulators, dude. And that, you know what? I got to give him that a little bit, man. That's kind of, all right. That's kind of Chooch style, man. You know, one step ahead of the freaking regulators. I'm okay with that. So anyways, yeah, but that's going to be fantastic. But hey, man, you know, speaking of this, I mean, we got all these guys, you know, we're talking about trade deadline this, trade deadline that, who's going to go, who's going to stay, this and that. When you think of baseball, when you look at baseball and you think, that's the face of baseball, who am I talking about?
Well, I 2 names rise right to the top, and I'll give you 2 different reasons. Fernando Tatis just hit the 50 home run, 50 stolen base mark for his career, and he was at those numbers perfectly even, and he did it in 223 games. Nice. He became the fastest to ever hit those thresholds, if you will, passing some elite company like, you know, the Barry Bondses, the Ken Griffey Jr.'s of the world. I have those numbers here. Games needed for 50 homers and 50 stolen bases in league history. Willie Mays, 482. Ken Griffey Jr., 434. A-Rod, 330. Barry Bonds, 296. Mike Trout, maybe you heard of him, 266. Fernando Tatis Jr., even through a couple injuries and a couple, you know, he almost swung his shoulder out of its socket earlier in the season. Yeah. I'm just blown away by the man's talent. Reason I think Fernando Tatis could be the face of baseball currently, well, he's putting up numbers at a historic pace. He's doing it with the flair, with the dreads. He's doing it in a major market for a winning team. No complaints about Fernando Tatis potentially being the face of baseball. But got to mention, and by the way, Tatis up to 30 homers and 20 stolen bases on the season. He says he has all intentions of going for a 40-40 year. We haven't seen the likes of a 40-40 year since Canseco.
Not Canseco.
No? Because
No?
I'll tell you what, Matt Kemp in 2011 came one stolen base short of that club.
Matt Kemp, dude. Is he on the USA baseball team?
You know what? Ryan Braun still owes Matt Kemp that MVP trophy back.
Ryan Braun, boy, he went away kind of quietly, man, huh? That was
sure
kind
did.
of nice.
He made plenty of money, money.
Yeah, he got busted, and he kind of went away and said, "Okay, I'll leave." Ryan Braun from, it's a good one.
Oh, geez, I know this one. Miami.
USC.
No, Miami.
Yeah.
He was a Hurricane.
No.
We need some listener support on this.
I'm going USC is my first thought.
I'm going Hurricanes.
Okay, dude. Hey, this is what the MisippBROs about, man. See, we don't script, okay? Because scripts suck. All right. When it comes to engaging talk, engaging thoughts, ideas, creativity, fun, you can't do that with a script altogether. We're not like putting together a Hollywood movie. And did you get it right?
Yep.
I can see your face.
I could just picture him in the green. And I would throw up an image here, but I'm just gonna have our listeners have faith here.
All right. Well, see, that's kind of fun, right? I thought for sure it was USC, but that's good now, man. Right on.
He is from the Los Angeles area.
I can learn a thing or two from MisippBRO.
No,
I don't like calling you little bro.
Our second face of baseball.
What?
Our second face of baseball, because he's captivating. He's must-see television. The updates that come in when he does it again remind me of the historic 1998 home run derby chase, or not home run derby, just the home run chase between Griffey, McGuire, and Sosa.
Yes.
When Shohei Ohtani does anything, takes the mound, hits a home run, steals a base, you get the clip, you get the highlight, you get breaking news. I haven't seen a player covered at this level, deservedly so, since, like I said, McGuire and Sosa 1998. So, Shohei Ohtani
came over. Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani, everybody in Japan, everybody around the world is watching. What's this guy going to do next? He's at 35 home runs, Chooch. Is 60 possible?
Definitely. Why not? If he stays healthy. Yeah.
So if he hits 60 home runs,
the rock over 90 on the mound, dude, and striking dudes out. I mean, think about that.
You can lock up the MVP trophy, but be sure to polish it and etch Shohei's name on it. If he hits 60 homers, it's his and his only. Sorry. It's over.
Yeah,
so,
man. It's incredible what he's done, and the home run derby and everything. And nice shirt, by the way. The home run derby and everything was freaking. That was prime time Shohei time. That gets me thinking, man. If Tatis would have said yes to that, then he might be in the lead for face of baseball. Who knows?
I think you could pick either one. There's some of the most remarkable talents we've seen in baseball lately. And again, Tatis just does it differently in a good way. He's his own swagger. He's like in a different tier. He really is. With the dreads to boot. I mean, come on, he has a signature look.
Yeah.
And then Shohei, I mean, just unrivaled theater.
Unrivaled, man. And it's they're good guys too, man. They're good guys, which is excellent for baseball. They need that. After what's been going on with the Bowers and all these other guys getting busted for freaking doing some just crazy stuff, man. So, anyways, speaking of Tatis, I saw him, dude, when I was down in the Dominican a couple years ago. I saw him playing in the Dominican League before he made it to the pros, and you can tell right then. I'm like, that dude's gonna be good. Now, did I know he's gonna be that good? No one did. But you knew he had that swagger, dude. And one of these days, I'll send those videos over to Big Bruce back there, man, and we'll put those on screen. I got Tatis freaking, egging on the crowd and the Dominican crowd going nuts, and him playing for the I think it was the Orientals Estrellas. They have some weird names out there. Get this: in the Dominican, you have the Toros del Este. So you got the that's the one that Hunter Pence played on, right? And then you got the Estrellas Orientales. There it is. Okay, there's the Oriental Stars in the Dominican. So it's very interesting. They're like a worldwide league down there. But Tatis, dude, has been a stud from day one. And James Shields, man, that's all we got to talk about is James Shields.
Well, hey, man, while you're talking weird names in baseball, that was a trending topic over the weekend as the Cleveland Indians announced they're going to move into becoming the Cleveland Guardians as soon as next year. A couple things to say on this. I threw
Man.
it out in the chat. Cleveland Guardians fans, do you love it? Do you hate it? Were you like me, hoping for the Cleveland Spiders to be the name that would rise to the top? I was looking forward to the Spiders because it would have been a nod to the original team, the original baseball franchise in Cleveland, going way back to like the 1880s. What would have turned me on a little bit more would have been to see some assumably pretty far out there jersey designs. I was picturing webbing on the shoulders and maybe a Spider-Man type logo, maybe a superhero type of look. But anyways, Cleveland Spiders, not going to happen. We're also holding out a little bit of hope for Cleveland Rocks, Cleveland Rocks, Ohio. A little nod to Drew Carey and the Hall of Fame.
Dude, I did not expect that from you, man. Have you ever been to Cleveland?
I have been to Cleveland, and let me say, I was there in high school. I was there in high school visiting a friend, and I learned, I was a senior in high school, and I learned real quick why Ohio State always has a pipeline of big boys to play ball there, because I don't know what they're eating. I don't know what was in the water. I'm a pretty normal sized dude, maybe a little bit on the larger side. I don't know, but my 5'11" self there, senior year of high school, I was looking up to all these kids being like, varsity, be like, yeah, but I'm a sophomore. Committed to Ohio State yet? Almost. These boys was big. So anyway, Cleveland, they do have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there, correct?
Yes.
All right. So Cleveland Rocks was a name that was considered. No, apparently they considered 1,200 names and parsed it down to the Guardians. And I saw a funny adjustment by a fan. If you can picture the Indians jersey with the cursive script, reads Indians, right to left. Somebody took a Post-it note, covered up the IN with GUAR, and it basically looks the same. Guardians. So they didn't reimagine too much there. They kept their colors. The Cleveland Guardians. What do you think?
Well, I think it sounds like Guardians of the Galaxy. Sounds like a Marvel movie, dude. Sounds like what are you guarding? But I did hear an explanation about some like 3 or 4 old buildings downtown that no one freaking cares about outside of Cleveland. So that's what the Guardians, okay, you're guarding okay, all right, you're guarding what I just say, out of 1,200 names, that's what you came up with, dude? Dude, that's bad. That's bad.
Well, you touched on it, Chooch, and I'm impressed because Chooch never had his face too far in comic books. He certainly hasn't seen all the movies from the Marvel Universe, but the Guardians of the Galaxy reference, good. And yes, Shay, I would love to see Groot or Rocket even be their go-to mascot, but we'll see. We'll see what a Guardian looks like. As for their logo with the 2 G's flying on the side, that's an ode to the old statues in the city. They did a split-fingered fastball grip. That's kind of cool to me. That was kind of inventive.
Hey, man, they got to do something. You know, we'll all get used to it, dude. It'll be fine, dude. It's always the initial thump, dude, that always people go, what is going on? And then they go, okay. I mean, let's think about some of the names that we take for granted now that we root for. The Red Sox, the White Sox. Dude, socks, really. Yes. Like, put on your feet. That's a name of a baseball team.
You took my thunder because as Twitter and the rest of social media was going, Guardians, really? This, that? There was Red Sox and White Sox fans chiming in saying, we're literally named after laundry. Like we're so, yes. Calm it down, people. And at least they're not the red stockings anymore, because somehow that sounds even worse. Yeah, it gives me a feeling of like wool and like I got something in there because it's a stocking. You know what I mean? No thanks. Yeah. So yes, literally named after socks. People don't even bat an eye.
Yeah, Red Sox, and then think about the Athletics. Okay. Well, that's good because you're playing baseball, you're sports, so that's probably good that you're an athlete. So yes. I mean, we take this stuff for granted, but it is kind of funny that that now in our day and age, dude, you come up with Guardians. I think in this day and age, with everyone's opinion being everywhere and on social media, and our opinions, and everyone out there in the stratosphere, man, everyone's going to have a problem with something, dude. So, you know what? Guardians, okay, fine. The big G, I don't care. Whatever. Go.
Yeah, some people also likened it to an XFL sounding name, but that's not that original because of the New York Guardians, one of the XFL teams from the ill-fated league. Can't wait till you're back for the 5th time.
So when do the Braves change their name? Oh, how about never? Because they're in Georgia.
I was wondering about the Seminoles of the world.
You still have, in this day and age, dude, we still have idiots in the stadium doing the tomahawk chop, dude. And I'm like, dude, are we in 2021, dude? Like, do something different. Something different, and they just can't do it. And I love it, dude, because I get to bag on my Chief fans and Braves fans because I'm like, dude, you still do the tomahawk chop. You suck. You are unoriginal. Period. End of story.
Well, from team names, and yes, the Athletics being one of them.
Yes.
How about the Athletics going on in Tokyo, Japan? You got any initial takeaways with the first couple days of action?
You know what, man? I haven't watched a bit. Nothing. Because, first of all, I can't find it. It's on a, you got to get an app and a stream and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, okay. But it's on way early in the morning. And I get my news from from social media and stuff like that when I take a look at it. All I know about the Olympics is that USA basketball can't beat France. That's all I know.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what's more concerning, that this game counted and they lost in a qualifier, or if the fact that they've lost now 3 of 4. I think that's more games than they've ever lost in their combined history.
Well, dude, no one's playing. Look at their roster. Kevin Durant is the only name on that roster that is an Olympian, an actual Olympian. Think about the other guys on the roster. Dude, JaVale McGee got put on the roster.
I knew you would touch on that. And Kevin Love, sorry, buddy, you never had any business. He was so much better as a chubby kid in Minnesota.
Yes.
He was remember when he was bald and pudgy and it would average 16 rebounds a game? What happened to you, Kevin Love? What happened?
Yeah.
He got on LeBron's Hollywood diet, and I don't know. He looks nice and skinny, but that's not what made him special. He at one time was a round mound of pound, but Minnesota edition. And I don't know. The guy lost his gusto. He's got no heart to me. And, he just bowed out of the Olympics, but he never should have been there.
Look at the roster, dude, and all these guys. I mean, they had to get guys that just got done playing the finals, dude, to come over and round out a roster. Think about that.
Yeah,
that's how people just said no to the Olympics. And as we know, man, they're not playing between any fans. Obviously, COVID is freaking all over the place still, and that's why a lot of people didn't go, man. So the fact that they're losing doesn't surprise me looking at their roster. I just think that it's also indicative of where basketball is. It's a global sport, and it has been for a while, but man, is it ever now. I mean, you got Luka Doncic just killing it last night, throwing 48 points up there, man. And you got France beating the U.S. With guys like Gobert playing for France, Evan Fournier. These guys I'm calling out only because they play for France, dude. And so I think it's really cool that it's a global game. It's certainly brought the competition level back to level. And USA is not winning, dude. They're not the best team out because
Quick hitter.
Quick
hitter. What team is Luka Doncic repping? What country?
Ooh, is it Lithuania? I don't know.
Slovenia.
Oh, that's Slovenia.
Slovenia.
I was thinking Venia.
Freezing the country up, put him on his back, scored 48. Luka, that's how you do international FIBA-style rules basketball. And while we're talking the rules, USA, this is my own kind of observation. Team USA and a lot of its stars are conditioned to NBA rules. A lot of the players, James Harden is not present, but Dame Lillard plays a little bit like this. Kyrie Irving certainly does. They drive the lane, they initiate contact, throw up a prayer, hoping to get to the line. Guess what? No whistles coming from the international refs on that.
I love that. I love it.
A different kind of style of basketball that USA is not adapting to very well in the couple minutes I've watched them. I don't want to see them continue to pile up the losses, but if they continue to pile up the losses, it'll give us more to talk about because this should be standard operating procedure. They should be winning these games, no doubt about it.
Dude, they play Iran on Thursday. If they lose to Iran,
I run far away from here. Yes.
So, I ran out of the gym, dude. Right.
While we're still on Olympics, Team USA, as an entire country, all the athletes considered, Went over on day one. First day one, USA has not received a medal of any type in over half a century, I believe. I got that correct. Let's just say doesn't happen often. Apparently not for at least the last 10 Olympic Games. However, they did secure 10 medals on day two, which puts them right in second place on, where they probably expect them to be, right behind Japan, who's going to medal a lot as well. I just wanted to say a couple of, with the women took home their first gold in Taekwondo, and listeners, please help me out here. Also, the women took home the gold in women's foil. F-O-I-L. What is foil? Anybody help me on that?
Is that kind of like fencing, but with foil?
I don't know. I'm hoping it's an acronym. I'm hoping someone can wisen us up because I am lacking information on this brilliant gold medal from the sport of foil that the women earned. So thank you, women. And while we're giving nods of appreciation to the all of the Olympians, just want to give a special shout out here from MisippBRO Drive in Clayton, California. Miss Kara Kohler from the smiling town of Clayton, repping the women's rowing team. So she's back after a bronze medal in 2016 from Rio de Janeiro. And it's not our first local taste of, local blood in the Olympic pool because, and I mean pool, Christian Ibsen, local kid, medaled in 2016 as well. He participated in the London Olympics in 2012, diving, U.S. diving. So look at the little town of Clayton, 10,000 people strong, producing not one, but two Olympic athletes.
Is there any lakes in Clayton? Because how do you become a rower?
Hey, champions are made at Dana Hills Cabana Club, right?
Cabana Club.
I know we got some former Dana Hills swimmers on the air right now, so shout it out.
I love it, man, because it's Cabana Club. Hey, man, if it's a Cabana Club, I'm in. Hey, dude.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? It's all Greek to me.
Cabana. If there's a tilde on the end, I've since learned this, you got to go with the ya, not cabana. All right. Anyways, let's move Olympics. On. Hey, go after it, Clayton. Get after it, man. And congratulations on getting on the U.S. women's rowing team. That's really cool, man.
Yeah,
U.S. women's soccer is kicking arse again. They took a beat and then they picked themselves up off the turf, as we say, and started they threw down 5 or 6 goals on their next opponent, which I expect them to do, man. Which is really cool. And then women's softball, man. I did see this. Women's softball, a walk-off, dude. A walk-off against Japan the other day, and I believe they're going into the gold medal game now because of that, which is really cool as well, man. So, hey, athletes are athletes, USA, baby. We got plenty of them, and go get them, girls.
Well, let me just say, the women's softball team always comes to play, and they always typically bring their best players as well. Now, I'm going to point out a painful truth about the state of American baseball. Is baseball even in the Olympics for the men this year? I'm so lost.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. We got Matt Kemp's on the team. That's all I got.
Okay, so you weren't joking. Now, let me just say, we dream of a world, and I say this with every World Baseball Classic every 3 or 4 years. I love that event. I love the heart, the passion, especially from the Dominicans, the Venezuelas, Puerto Rico, all that. They typically bring their best players. There's a lot of pride from those countries. Not to say there's not Americans with pride, but let me just put it like this. Team USA will never, in the World Baseball Classic or the Olympics, will ever rep a roster with its actual stars, meaning Mike Trout in center field, meaning Freddie Freeman at first base, Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, go down the list, Jacob deGrom, etc., Garrett Cole. Why? Chooch, you have any thoughts on that?
Well, because it's played right in the middle of the season.
That's a huge hindrance.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to take a month off and go play baseball. You guys don't mind?
Yeah, right? I'll never forget this, Chooch. Couple World Baseball Classics ago, Buster Posey at the peak of his powers, which he is again. Buster, great comeback this year, making my home run prediction look good from the beginning of the year. Anyways, enough about that. He's been killing it. So, anyways, I want to say it was 2012, 2015 again. Buster Posey way up there, and he was on the World Baseball Classic team, but didn't play in the finals. I'm missing the reason why. He was not in the championship game. The starting catcher was Jonathan Lucroy.
Oh, yuck.
Now, why will there never be Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, in the same outfield? These guys, they do have pride. They'd love to be out there, but their teams that do the $40 million investment in them are like exhibition games halfway around the world. Yeah, Mike Trout staying home. Right.
And remember, the World Baseball Classic's not during the season. It's before the season. So that's always a problem for pitchers, right? Because you don't want to freaking go, because when you're on the mound competing like that, dude, you're going full bore. You can't help yourself. And you're in February and January throwing 100%. Ooh, man, dude, I don't think that's going to work out too good for you. So teams are like, you ain't coming this way, dude.
Those World Baseball Classic pitchers definitely wore out typically throughout the season with that early start. Just threw off their natural body rhythm, their natural clock. Chooch, you sent me something on this. MLB is going to begin testing a new way for catchers to electronically give signs to pitchers. Let me guess, you're not a fan.
So we're going to fix technology problem with technology. Is that what we're going to do? You know what? I mean, we're going to continue to just go down this road until it becomes fact that guys, I know this is old school, man, but guys didn't do this back then out of respect for the game. Don't respect the game, then you throw high hard ones, dude. That's it. That's it, man. I mean, we've become in this era of touchy-feely everything, okay? And there's good areas for that. There is. But when you're talking about the best athletes in any sport going head to head, there's nothing touchy-feely about it. It's not going to be perfect. And you got guys pulling out cards in the middle of they're stepping off the mound to pull out a card out of their pocket to look at what sign they're going to get. Dude, this is ruining the flow of the game, but also ruining the pitcher's rhythm and everything. That's what people don't realize what happens. And so more technology, dude, you get a buzzer, dude. Bzz, bzz. Oh, okay. Oh, am I supposed to, is that a fastball or a curveball? Or how's that going to work? So I didn't go totally in depth on that article. I sent it to you because I said, oh, man, here we go. And then that plus robo-umps, dude.
Yeah, let's save robo-umps for another day, and hopefully they never come, because the rise of the robot is not a popular theory on this show, that's for sure.
You see that robot in a half-court shot in the Olympics, dude?
That was cool, although also terrifying. And every robot that the Boston Dynamics team releases, that dances, that arrests pedestrians, that looks like a dog, it's scary. And the future is here. And
robots are coming. Dude.
Humans will always screw this up. Our own father had these nightmares years and years ago, and we've seen shitty sci-fi movie after shitty sci-fi movie. Well, that's actually here, people. We are still giving way too much intelligence to robots and just hoping for the best down the road that they don't take over. So, yeah, here's to not getting policed by a drone, arrested by a mechanical dog, any of that. Keep those things far away from me. But I will take a robot draining a three-pointer at the top of the key and a half-court shot.
That was pretty sweet, dude. I gotta say.
You have seen more robots shoot basketballs than Olympic athletes shoot. What is up?
You are right, dude. I haven't watched a highlight, not one, of the USA basketball, but I watched that robot hit that freaking half-court shot, dude.
Yeah, that was cool.
And watching him walk around and everything, I'm like, oh. Sound like Manute Bol, dude, at the three-point line back in the day when I saw him with the Warriors, dude. That was pretty sweet, dude. At the Oracle. Oh man,
he shot the ball without ever leaving his feet.
No, dude, he didn't. No, there's no jump shot with Manute Bol. It's a set shot. And let me tell you, dude, that just reminds me, man. I miss the Oracle roar, and that's what I feel like the Warriors are trying to bring back. They're trying to encapsulate that again. And how do they do that, dude? First of all, you can't get back something that you had and left. It's really hard to do. Third, whatever you want to do. What do the Warriors do with this draft, dude? We've got a few days to the draft's coming up. They got the number 7, number 14. That's pretty decent, but not great. Right now, they need scores and they need healthy bodies, veteran presence. It seems like, what do they do, dude? What do they do with Wiseman? What do they do with the draft picks? Do you see them making a splash? Mr. GM, Mark Misippo, what do you do if you are the Warriors right now?
Well, in my opinion, the Warriors need a wing, especially if Kelly Oubre walks, which looks presumed to be, because he's going to get money from somebody. Someone's in on the Oubre potential, and the Warriors already, folks, $33 million in the luxury tax. Now, we know Lacob is fine printing more money and paying more money, but he also wants to get out of that luxury tax eventually too.
You messed up. The government prints money. Wake Up takes it.
Okay. So he's doing something with money. He's rolling around stacks of gold over at Chase Center. And they're looking forward to that building being full of fans, full of events to pay off that miserable first year without fans. But anyways, they need a wing, in my opinion. And 7-14 can kind of feel like no man's land in an NBA draft lottery. But let me just remind everybody, the Warriors have made a lot of magic with not only later first-round picks and second-round picks. Hello, Jordan Poole. Hello, Draymond Green. But 7-14, hello, Steph Curry, 7 overall, 2009. Klay Thompson, 11th overall, 2011.
Good point. But don't you think the timeline's a little different for allowing those guys to develop with Curry older, Klay on a bad knee and Achilles? Draymond's not getting any younger. They are on a crunch, dude. I feel a crunch. Like they need now in the next couple years, not waiting for someone to develop for 3 years. They need someone right now who can kind of put them over the top. And, that's how I feel about it, dude. Do I want them to get younger? And yeah, for the health of the franchise, yes, dude. Get me a couple studs and develop them. I don't think they have time for that right now.
Seems like they need to hit a home run with this number 7 pick or couple the 7 and 14 to trade for a star that might be out there in the form of Bradley Beal, Pascal Siakam. I'm not too privy on who's available. Zion Williamson, I don't think New Orleans is going to trade him. He'd be a fool. They'd be a fool to get rid of him. But he's making some noise trying to get out. And we've learned the sport of basketball. The players usually get out when they want to get out. They usually get to where they're going. However, I do see the Warriors, if they were to couple those picks into a player, I'm not really on the Bradley Beal train. I worry he's not as the defender the Warriors would need.
It's kind of redundant.
We don't know the defender Klay Thompson's going to be when he comes back. I'm not concerned about his offense. It's defense I'm a little worried about, especially the lateral quick movements, guarding the other team's best player. But it's very valuable that the Warriors have a good defensive team outside of Curry and Klay so that they're not working too hard on the other half of the court. So, can a stud fall to us at 7? Possibly. I'd be more excited by a Siakam type of talent than a Bradley Beal, but I am not okay giving up James Wiseman. Hello, Giannis. Took him a couple years to get to where he's gone. So be patient, Warriors fans. James Wiseman's sticking around.
Yeah, Giannis is a special case because Giannis, as you can tell now that his history's going, they're going back to when he was working the streets, man, and how he had to come up with his family and all this kind of stuff. He seems a lot more mature at 20 than Wiseman is right now. And so I would not compare that to Giannis, but talent-wise, he's got a lot, and I'd be hard-pressed to get rid of Wiseman. If there's someone out there that we're not even thinking about, that we don't even think is what GMs do, man, that they can pry someone awesome and give up Wiseman and those picks, I think they do it.
Whew. That would be like an all-in move because
yes.
That type of move would say 1 to 2 year type of window for the championship for the Warriors, and then on the back end, you maybe look at Wiseman become the player you'd hoped he would down the road.
Right.
And
exactly.
in a league that there's not too many big men like him, the talent, the athleticism, the ability to shoot the ball beyond the 3-point line. I mean, I still think he's quite the talent.
No doubt. It would be really hard. Like I said, it'd have to be someone like a Zion. Okay?
I heard that. Yes.
And that's a good comp, dude, because you need someone like that because Wiseman, because the league, it goes through shifts, right? Style of play and everything, and it's going back bigger now. Like you see guys with a lot of length. Big men are coming back into. I mean, we just watched the finals, dude. Giannis against Ayton. I mean, so it's coming back that way. So getting rid of a 7-footer with that much talent is going to be really hard to do. And you better wow me, man. You better say, all right, man, I'm giving you Zion. I'm giving you some crazy, excellent big man. And the Warriors might do that. It'll be fun to tune in and watch that, man. Definitely.
Yeah, Philly fans are going to love this. But it's a popular rumor that one of the only places that Ben Simmons could make any sense would be with the Warriors team that surrounds him with shooting. Are you at all in on Ben Simmons as a Warrior?
I would take Ben Simmons on a low value. Like if you want to give him to me and I can get away with giving you a pick or two and maybe like a rotation guy and you just want to rid yourself of him because he's time, I'd take a flyer on him then. I'm not giving a whole lot of value for Ben Simmons. He doesn't work on his game, and I know that's the big thing in Philly, man. The Philly fans pissed off about, and I don't blame him. He doesn't shoot free throws. He doesn't freaking shoot jump shots, dude. So that is a problem when you're playing basketball, dude. He shot.
Just a reminder. He attempted 7 fourth-quarter shots in a 7-game Eastern Conference winner-go-home series. 7.
That's more here than it is talent, dude. And I would be really scared. I'd be really worried about grabbing a guy like that. They're talking about Wiggins and stuff like that going there. No way.
I like Wiggins as a Warrior. I really do.
You like him as a Warrior. I know we've talked about this. You like him as a Warrior, but he's like a step above vanilla. He's like French vanilla.
French vanilla. Hey, again, vanilla is a very complex flavor that has many layers, right?
Yes. So, like I said, above vanilla. French vanilla.
He's a Canadian vanilla.
There you go. So. There you go. And all our Canada folks can tell us what the hell that is, by the way.
They used to, when he was drafted number 1 overall by the Cavs, he came in with a lot of hype. He was the most hailed high school prospect in Canada's history with the nickname. You remember? Maple Jordan.
Maple Jordan, dude. That is a horrible nickname. Okay, dude. Well, that didn't really pan out too well now, did it?
No. And shifting gears from basketball draft, it will be interesting to see what the Warriors do. And who's got the number 1 pick? Remind me. Jeez.
Oh, God, dude. You know, that's funny that you mentioned that. Is it the Cavs? Did they get number 1, dude? Or no, Cavs got 2 or 3. And so, yeah, we're totally on it, dude, the NBA draft.
The NBA's kind of become like the NFL. It's become a year-round news cycle. Number 1, Detroit Pistons.
It's baseball season, bro. It's baseball season.
You're right.
We got a fun week of baseball trade talk, and NBA draft is thrown in this week. But that's where my focus is at.
I got the perfect baseball bridge, and I do want to talk about basketball. But you mentioned something about the Savannah Bananas. I got to do a cool segment on the show a couple weeks ago. Yes. One of the first solo SIPPO sessions, and thank you, Bruce, for the content, for letting me know about the amazing sport of banana ball. But Chooch, what about the Savannah Bananas is awesome to you?
I love that they're pushing the envelope. I love that they're having fun. I watched a clip the other day, man, where the guy was announcing himself walking up to the
Yes. I didn't know that was the Savannah Bananas.
Yes, dude, that's a Savannah Banana, dude.
Now batting.
I love these guys.
Number 22.
Yes.
Me.
Yes. And then he throws the mic out, and he's got the bat in his hand. And he gets in the box. I'm like, dude, man, that's so freaking cool, man. And you know, in that spirit, dude, I think when I'm here in San Rafael, I'm gonna go check out a Pacifics game. They got their league out here, man. But freaking Savannah Bananas, dude. We got to get to a game, dude. We have to get to one of those games.
We got to get to a game all the way in Georgia. I don't care. We can make it happen. Also, I am intrigued to maybe play a game of banana ball one day, but you need like 18 people to play a full game of baseball, right? So a little more practical. Yep. I've been talking to a couple of our listeners off air, friends of mine, and wondering why. We've never played a formal game of basketball. Do you remember the movie?
No.
From the creators of South Park. They made a funny sports comedy about a sport they invented in their own driveways, combines elements of basketball, combines elements of baseball with a bit of a psych out factor, always messing with your opponents. It's a 3-on-3 game, and basically all you need is a basketball court and some chalk. Go play it at your local park. And depending on how far away the shot is, that's a single, a double, or a triple. A half-court shot is a home run. Players move around the bases as you would expect them to. A guy on second, you hit a double or swish a double, he's going to score. You're going to get to second. Now, there is a defensive element where you can rebound the ball, put it back, and that's how you get double plays. Any shot taken that doesn't go in is an out. Now, it's easy to play. All you need is a ball and chalk. All you need is 6 players overall, 3 versus 3. But a lot of my friends have wondered, all these years we play, pickup games. We do this, we do that. How come we've never played basketball? It's casual enough. You can have a little beer. You can.
Can I bring my robot?
can you bring your robot? Oh gosh, you'd never miss.
I'd
What
be
am I getting
I'd be
feedback
hitting
on?
bombs all
there it
day
is.
with my
All right.
half robot, dude. Yes. Right on, man.
Sign
Well, hey,
me
dude,
up.
why don't you get out there? You and your guys, man, are freaking, you're all over the place these days, man. You're prime time right now, man. You're doing everything. Frisbee golfing, and I don't know what else, and I don't want to know what else. And so, because I've been there and done it. Whoa, hey. Anyways, long story short, dude, why don't you get out there and play some, film some, and bring it on the show, dude? Come on.
Sounds like something that'll be done. So, coming to a community park near you, friends.
There
A
you
basketball pickup game brought to you by the MisippBROs.
Hey, man, we're coming up on an hour, bro, man. I think we should cut it, man. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, dude. Excellent job, dude. Yes, last week, Thursday, I suppose, of not only filling in, but knocking it out, dude, when Big Bro was on the road, trying to call in, trying to interrupt you, just like a Big Bro would, man. But, dude, hey, nice work, dude. Thanks for not only sticking it out, but sticking the landing, dude. You sound great, bro. Love it.
Sticks the landing. Turns to the judges. 9.8.
Gold medal.
Russia's
Wow.
always messing with us. Well, hey,
right,
I do look to watch a little bit more of the Olympics. I do enjoy some of the more out there sports. I still don't know what women's foil is. I'm gonna probably do that immediately after I get off the air here. What is women's foil, and how did we win a gold medal doing it? Other sports like curling. Chooch, you love curling.
Don't get me started. We have the Olympics going for a while. We'll save that for Thursday.
Real quick.
What the hell are people doing playing that shuffleboard on ice, dude?
Throwing stones down the ice with a broom. Come on, is there a more team sport out there? Come on, I gotta fix this patch of ice. It's the most average Joe sport of sports, and you gotta love the passion. Because if you don't win the gold medal, you're not only forgotten in history, but there's no money. There's no money finishing second or third in curling. There's just not. There's not a Wheaties box waiting for you.
Now, I would disagree with that because I turn on ESPN every once in a while and I see darts. Darts! Like we used to play in the bar. Or throwing axes, dude. So, you know what? There's money to be made everywhere. But, dude, playing shuffleboard on ice, I want no part of watching that garbage, dude. Period.
Just gotta love it. And you really love it when you see something like the women's teams and it's Germany versus Japan and you don't know what they're screaming, but you know it's intense. It's very intense. It could melt the ice.
Man, all right, man. Hey, dude, we got by the time Thursday comes around, man, we'll be knee deep in there. Knee deep in the trade talk, knee deep in the draft that day, dude. That day is that day. So anyways, all right, man. Hey, for the Mark Man giving you besitos on the way out, dude. We are the MisippBROs coming to you live. I knew foil was fencing. Thank you very much, dude. Yes, thank you, Bruce. And hey, coming to you live every Monday and Thursday, high noon Pacific. You got the MisippBROs. We keep getting better. You keep laughing and enjoying. Share us up, hit that like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you down the road. How about Thursday? What do you think?
Catch you Thursday. Call it a date. Adios.